Okay, so here it is. We're going to open. Already cut up the tape here. But we have our Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice Play Arts action figure. Here he is. Box out of the way. Here's the box. Very nice looking box. Has Superman, has the Batman Superman logo on the front. Play Arts action figures. If you open the inside, you see you have the hands over here. Of course, there's the action figure himself, Superman. It's got kind of a film in the front and the display case here of the box. Then you have your head, your spare head with the extra heat vision eyes, that angry looking face everybody talks about that has kind of the bad teeth from what I've looked at on other reviews. And then you've got a little description over here of what's going on with Superman and who he is. And on the back, well, let's look at the sides. The sides, you just have the logo, and then on the back you have another graphic that shows some of the poses that this figure can do. Really cool articulation, posability, this particular. I'm looking forward to getting in here and checking him out. We'll open him up here in just a second. Alright, so here we go. Pull him out of here. Oh wow. There's that part. And there is another part here that comes with him. Alright, there's your box. And here is, in the back is where they have the display stand. And there is a protective layer over here. So we'll take that off. And let's see, pull him out of there. There's his little cape thing. Alright, nice looking figure. Let's go ahead and get his hands out here. They pop out easily. And then his head. Alright, here's our Superman figure. Joints are fairly tight, get him out of the box. His feet adjusted there so he stands up on his own, looks very nice. Zoom in a little bit on that. Okay. I really like the way his neck moves back and forth, as well as his head moves up and down. His head will go up and down, and his neck goes up and down. Some people have complained that he looks like he has a long neck. I don't think so. I think it's in proportion with the rest of him. He's able to look up with a good range of motion. Able to look down. I really like that because it allows you to do a lot of various things with the posability of a figure when his neck and head will do things like that. You can do photos looking up at him and have him looking down, or you can photo him from above and have him looking up toward the camera. Of course, you can change out his hands here. The only thing that I would say is there's not any real like standard up and away kind of hands. They're you have your fists, and then you have this grappling. You have this grappling kind of hand with this figure. That's as close as you're going to get to an up, and away. Because then you have your fists. And then you have one like he's getting ready to take something or hold something. So those are your hands. And then we'll go ahead and show you the face, the head. You see those teeth like everybody talks about. Looks like possessed, doesn't he? Don't think I'll be using this one per se unless I can modify it some. Which it looks like you wouldn't be able to do a whole lot without making him look pretty evil. And it would be fine the way the eyes are done if it was just that the mouth looked like he was going mad, I think. But he's neat looking. It's alright. But I like the original head, or the head that he comes standard with. So let's go ahead and put on, let's see. Go ahead and put on this hand here. Yeah, it looks like he's reaching for something, doesn't it? And then we can ball up the fist. Fist, get it on there, good. Now, this one, of course, has a ball joint, a shoulder, has your elbow bend, and a wrist bend and wrist swivel. Wrist bend and swivel. And everything, the ball joint on the elbow swivels as well. And let's see, yeah, and there's a bicep swivel as well. There's a bicep swivel also. So he used to be flying like this, up and away, bending the wrist a little bit for the fist. Of course, the cool thing about this also is you have a really, and of course you have a thigh swivel here, and you have the thigh swivel here, yeah, and then you have a waist joint. You have a waist joint and an ab crunch that really provides a lot of range of motion, so you can really get him going with that. Really nice. So you have a double, let me zoom back in, let me show you the knees right quick. You have a double knee bend joint as well, where it bends on both sections, so you could really do this number right here. Check that out. Let's look at that. Might even be able to get out of the way and do a little bit of green screen action on this one here. But also, I'll be able to point those toes out, lift that torso up. Of course, your cape is on the ability to pivot as well, so now you've got the ability to do a full-blown pose like so. Looks really nice, doesn't it? You've got some openings here like has been reviewed, but that's no big deal. I mean, this is an excellent figure. I have no complaints. Of course, I'm not very picky, but because, my goodness, the stuff that they sell. Have you ever noticed the Superman toys they sell in the stores are just so pathetic? I mean, good grief. Except for the movie line of Man of Steel, which is pretty decent. A lot of those Superman toys were just weird. And why does he need a plane or a cell phone or a walkie-talkie, right? Or a car or any of those things? Wow. Let's see if I can hold it by the cape here. Get some action going there. There we go. Let's go ahead and pose him, doing a standing pose. Check that out. If we can get him posed. So a few of the things that you saw me do in those poses just then was to take advantage of the fact that you can, if you can see it, you can bend his foot back and forth like that, which allows him to pivot, to have his foot off to the side. He could do some climbing poses. This isn't Spider-Man, is it? Why climb when you can fly, right? But no, he can definitely do some angles, see, and then that one, see, you could curve that foot in, so you've got it flat. Both feet actually on the floor, flat, instead of having problems with him standing. He stands on his own very well. Have had no problems there. Really nice. Alright, got kind of a running pose there. See how you could have him do that. Really nice figure. I love, let's look at the musculature of this figure. Now, I'm not a big, I have personally no qualms with him not looking just like the actor, as long as the face looks believable and, you know, like somebody or like a normal human, and this one does. I mean, I like the characters of his face and hair, and his expression look really good to me. I think he has a good expression on his face. The eyes are well done for a, you know, for a 6-inch tall figure. I think he looks really well. I think the cape, the way the cape is done here, looks nice. I don't know why it's split like that, but I mean, it doesn't take away from it. I'm not picky on that. Looks good. And it's just nice the way it flows. I mean, his neck being able to adjust as well, allowing for a very realistic range of motion. Very fluid. It's not too loose, not too tight. It's just right to be able to do all kinds of poses. Alright, let's zoom out just a little bit so we can look at the abdominals. I like the abs on this particular character even more so than some of the other ones that I've seen. They really bring out the musculature and the pectorals, the shoulder muscles. Maybe a little bulky looking for, you know, as far as realism and as far as the way the muscle works. You basically have very little to no. Superman needs to work out his triceps, right? That's not very realistic looking, but overall, just from the angle, especially from the front, looks very good. And the legs are done very well. The musculature on the legs, the shadowing and the lines, very realistic looking. And I gotta just emphasize again, the boots are just really one of my favorite parts, simply because of the versatility of this shoe. I mean, you can go up and down like so, and you can go from side to side and tilt left to right. Really is going to create some opportunities to really make him stand, even without his stand that I haven't put together yet. But that's going to be really neat. Everything seems to be very fluid in this area. Now, underneath his cape, if you look, you have two ball bearing type, or ball joints, I should say, I'm sorry, underneath here, which allow the cape to do, see, like that. And then that little part here hides that underneath part there. See where it holds it together? But that hides that. And then if you really want to do some pictures where you have the cape spread out, you can hide this part with his body and can make some pictures that will look, you know, like it's spread out, the cape spread out, or let's see, yeah, kind of like that right there. But most of them look fine with them together. There's the pictures. All right, let's get the stand together and try that out. All right, there's the stand. See a good pose there for Superman. He has the new suit, the tight, nice painted logo from the movie Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. He has the blue, very well painted lines on the side, the suit and cuffs. Just a very nice figure, very posable. I had a lot of fun photographing and videoing this figure for poses. Definitely would highly recommend this figure. Was able to get him for about $62 on Amazon. Some are selling him for as much as $150, but shop around. I didn't pay that much for my NECA 18-inch Superman, who's also very posable. Got a review of him also. I'm enjoying this figure already. I just unboxed him today, but I really am enjoying him. I'll talk with you later, and God bless you.